I hope all of you are having a very good weekend. You are having a very blessed Sunday. Um, I hope wherever you are that the weather was good for you this weekend and you were able to get out and about with your family. Um, right here, kind of beside me, right here is a large bag of yarn and a blanket that was gifted to me. It's As soon as we get some people in here, I will tell you all about it. um, but for right now, no, don't worry, and don't worry about this. This is just my wrist is acting up, which is another side story about this and my knee. Funny thing, my youngest daughter, she's 23, will be 24 next month. She's like, as far as pain, like I have pain in my left hand and my right knee. She has pain in her right hand and her left knee, which I think is kind of funny. Um, Funny, weird, and funny, haha, at the same time. Because she likes to go running and jogging, and so that's why she has knee pain. And she's right handed. I'm also right handed. And I crochet with my right hand, but it's my left hand that hurts. But I think that's because of my job, because I deliver meals to patients in a hospital, so I carry my trays, that's all on my left hand, so I think that's why this hand always hurts. So, but what? Her right hand is because she's right handed, so she does everything with her right hand. But anyway, because she crochets and she knits and she also has her own jobs that she does. So, um, but anyway, that's aside from everything. Um, I am working on too many projects at one time, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are as well. Um, but I hope. Oh, thank you for the little smileys. I love the smileys. I love the smileys. And give me thumbs. But I have, like I was telling someone, like I was saying when I first started, right here I have what was gifted to me, um, a bunch of yarn and a blanket. Now, I'm happy for the yarn, happy for the blanket, but there's also a sad story that goes with it. A couple months ago, good family friend, but also a best friend of my brother, passed away a couple months ago from cancer. Her husband was going through um, some of the stuff that he had in storage and found this bin full of yarn and knew that our family likes to do things with yarn. So my brother went through it and he took what he wanted, and my youngest daughter took what she wanted. I took what I wanted, and whatever else was rest, we're just gonna donate, I think. So I will show you everything that I got. I'm gonna save the blanket for last because it is the best part. Because it's a knitted blanket. I don't knit. I only crochet, but it is so cool looking. So we're gonna save the best for last. Okay. All right. Make sure I have all of it because I had to cake up some of this. Yep. That's all of that one. Yep, that's all of this for this one. Okay, first of all, I have Coats and Clark's Red Heart Maypole 4-ply knit and crochet yarn. Check this out. This Walmart price was only $1.37. And it was still, it wasn't called just Red Heart. It was called Coats and Clark Red Heart. And the color is called Baby Twirl. Um, moth proof, non-allergenic, color fast, shrink proof. It's a really, really cute little color. I think that might be a full, no, it's not quite a full skein. It may be a full skein. And I had these two partials that I just made into cakes. So I have that. That's not all. Nope. Yeah. They're really nice. It's like little twisted. I don't know if you could see that on camera, but see your twisted colors. Okay. Then this next set, there were 10 skeins in all. 10. And it's by Simply Soft. But this Simply Soft doesn't feel like the Simply Soft they sell now. It feels a little more different. This is Simply Soft acrylic worsted weight. 100% acrylic worsted weight from Karen. But it's definitely an older label. Again from Walmart. Only 96 cents. These are a couple of partials and a couple, like these two skeins were knitted to get like a lot of some of this yarn, like this yarn, and one of the other yarns that I got, they were on knitted and knitting needles. So my daughter helped me pull the knitting needles out, and my daughter and my brother decided to give me, they would each keep the knitting needles. But here's all 10 of that. Simply Soft. Trying to find the color. It's a machine washable and dryable. Oh, Coral Reef Ombre is the color. Coral Reef Ombre. Like I said, Walmart only 96 cents a skein. Less than $1 a skein. Here's the colorway. Corals and some blues and white. There are 10 skeins in all. I am going to have to find the right pattern to make a blanket out of all of this. And then I will probably go buy some white as a border for this. I don't know what pattern I'm going to use. I have tons of books. But I will definitely find the pattern that I think is going to be perfect for all 10 of these skeins. And each of these skeins, let me see. Their net weight, 2.5 ounces, 4-ply. Net weight 2.5. They don't have yardage. I was trying to find yardage on here. 100% worsted weight yarn. Well, it just says how much. That's 4-ply, and then it's 2.5 ounces. But it does give a knitting gauge and a crochet gauge. Crochet gauge is 4 single crochets per 1 inch, 5 rows per 1 inch. Hook, it does have a hook size, a size I hook. But it doesn't tell me how many yards. Okay, that's just weird. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I don't know. But there's 10. 10. Okay. Hang on. Dropped one of them. Yep. Forgot one of them. I'm gonna look again. Nope. That's how you can pull it from either side to pull the center. does say to purchase enough of same dye lot to complete project. Crafting with proof in USA. Simply secure and simply soft, a softer hand knitting yarn. Um, Yep, I just keep looking and looking, but it does not tell me the yardage. That is so strange. A yarn that doesn't tell you yardage. Be creative crafts! Woohoo! But there's this. I have 10 skeins of that from my friend. Like I said, I'm happy that I got the yarn, but I'm sad because, she passed away. But it was nice of her husband to give our family the yarns, and then we kind of went through it. I have a little bit of this Red Heart, Coates and Clark Red Heart, um, a Wintuck product. Some of you might remember Wintuck, Wintuk product. I love how it says that on the machine washable, dryable. Cameo Rose. There's one whole skein and whatever's left of this one. Some Cameo Rose. There's a little bit of this pink. Actually, there is a label in here. And this one. Okay, what color of pink? Just out of curiosity. Nope, it just says pink. Just says pink. No particular shade of pink. It just says pink on there. Nowadays they got all kinds of colors of pink. Shades of pink. There's one skein of this one, and it's called Tropic Fruit. Just one skein of that. It's called Tropic Fruit. This one also was a Red Heart Classic. A Wintuck product. First to wait 4-ply. It's actually a very pretty little color. Oh. I missed one of these. This is one that I showed you earlier. The Red Heart Maypole. The baby twirl is what I showed you earlier. Found another one in there. I did take home some white. Well, actually, it's called Aran. A-R-A-N. Yeah, A-R-A-N. But I call it white because it's just, to me, is white. Shatika Woods! Red Heart Super Saver. Love me some Red Heart Super Saver. Not everybody likes Red Heart, but that's okay. We're getting there, folks. We're almost to the kutikura, as they say. There's some more Simply Soft. This is called Lavender. There's just a little bit left of this lavender. This is made out of cotton. I can feel that it's made out of cotton. I did not make this. This was knitted. I should have left this one for my brother, but somehow it jumped in my bag. Here's I think it's supposed to be like a dishcloth. Dishcloth, and I like all the texture. Like here's one side of it. You can see the difference. Like here's this side, and here's that side. I don't know. To me, they look different. Maybe they're not that different. I don't know. I'm not a knitter, but this one was definitely knitted. Because you could tell the difference between knitting and crocheting. That one was definitely knitted, and that's definitely cotton. Now, I have saved the best for last in this bag. Well, first let me make sure all the yarn is out. Yes, all the yarn is out. I have saved the best for last. Now, again, I did not make this. And I don't think my friend did. I think maybe her mom did when she was alive, because my friend lost her mom several years ago. Maybe she made it. I don't know. But this thing is awesome. And when I'm not using it, it's going to be staying in this bag when I'm not using it. because this is how awesome this thing is. Now, I haven't had a chance to measure how big this is, and I haven't opened it up yet. But already look how big this is already. And I haven't even opened it yet. Like, it's got fringe on one side. It is heavy. It is, look at this. This is, it's got a straight edge on one end, and the other end, it's got this really nice fringe, and it's like pointed, see at the end, with the fringe. And I tell you what, this is heavy. I mean, it's got weight to it. It has kind of almost a chevron look to it. But if I bring it up close, see, it's chevron, but it's not quite chevron. I don't know. I just think it is super duper awesome. And like I said, when I'm not using it, it's going to be in the bag. And I cannot, in any way, stretch means of the imagination, take credit for this one. I did not make it. I do not know how to knit, because this one was 100% knitted. It's thicker. It's heavy. Oh my goodness. But it is definitely going to keep me warm this winter. Oh Lord, this is so cool. Thank you. Thank you to my friend wherever you are. But at the same time, I mean, she passed away, and I'm sad that she passed away. But at the same time, because it's only because she passed away, she was able to pass on. No pun intended. Certainly no disrespect. She was able to give, yarn back to her family that she considers really good friends, and to be best friends, and to be able to give it to us, because her husband gave it. My friend passed away, but her husband gave us the yarn to us because he knew that we like to use yarn to make things. And I mean, look at all this. Look at all this. Got some nice colors. Most of it's all Red Heart. Some of it is Karen Simply Soft. But like especially this. I'm going to try to find something small to make, maybe like a sweater, maybe. I don't know. I might have enough to make a sweater. I have to figure that one out. Because this one doesn't say. Yeah, this one just says net weight 3 ounces, 85 grams. This one also doesn't have yardage. That, I can't. It just. But this yarn, because there's 10 skeins of this, I'm going to have to find the right blanket for this, because I don't know. Because, again, there's no yardage on these. It just has ounces on that, 2.5 ounces, and it's 4-ply, and the color, and I can use a size I hook. But it doesn't give how much yardage each of these are. At least I'm not finding it. Now, like for this, the picture of the sweater on here, it does tell you, like, Skeins required 7, 8, 9. There's fisherman sweater. Um, and for like this blanket, it says skeins required 6 country blue and 5 off white. So at least at least they tell you how many right off the bat, how many you're going to need for those projects. I don't think I'm going to make those particular projects with this yarn. But that's nice that they tell you so you don't have to do any kind of guesswork. You know, you don't have to kind of, okay, I got to take this times this many and it gives me this much yardage, you know, because it tells you right now how many skeins you need to make the project. I wish more yarns did that. You're like, okay, here's the project and this is how many you're going to need, like right on the front of the label. And instead of, I mean, I like that some yarns will have, you know, a project and then on the back side it'll have the labeling. Okay, thank you. Be Creative says I could check the Karen website to see if they have yardage listed on there. Okay. But see, since this is, I don't know how old this yarn is, but the Walmart price is only 96 cents on some of these. And some of the prices on some of the yarns was only like $1 something. I mean, they were like really cheap prices. I mean, yeah, that's how. They're very, very old. Like the Red Hearts and was Coates and Clark Red Heart, and like in the bottom was it like Wentuck. So it's like these are old yarns. So they obviously they wouldn't carry them anymore. But I had to show you this yarn haul. I haven't had a yarn haul in a long, long time. Now again, this was all given to me. This was given to me, and I appreciate it. But I hope y'all got to check out my Decade Divas video yesterday. That was a lot of fun to make. Also, check out all the other Decade Divas videos. There'll still be some more this week, I believe. Okay. Be creative. You could get it off of one another color, but same weight in ounces. It could be close, but maybe not exact. You could find discontinued on Ravelry. Did not know that. Thank you. That's quite helpful. But I am definitely gonna find. You gotta find perfect blanket for that one color. I have too many projects. Back to that. Too many projects. Well, one that I'm a little more halfway through. This, I'm about to lose my hook. I almost lost my hook. This striped blanket I'm working on. And every time I count it, I keep getting a different number of stripes. I think that's my count. I went to change out my counter. My counter said 57, but I had counted 57, and I'm like, okay, but that was before. It has to be more than that now. I don't know. Somehow. Anyway, but it needs, oops, I got it upside down. This way. And and it has to be 110 rows. So, I'm a little over halfway done. And then of course, I got to put the border on it. So that's one of the projects. I want to get this done before Christmas and use this as a Christmas gift. Um, and that is a pattern that is in this book. Lovely, lovely book. And it's called Dreamy Stripes. And it has a lot of wonderful, wonderful projects in here for scraps. So, that's one of the projects that I am actually actively working on. Some of the projects I'm actively working on, I decided, okay, it's going to go in my bedroom so I can actually work on it. Because that's the only way I'm going to work on it, is like put it in my room and force myself to do it. That's only one of the projects. Two, called two. Actually, kind of 2, 3, 4, sort of. Because I just did a tutorial on these dishcloths. And I just need to sit down and just do them up really quick because they're each 12 inches by 12 inches. This actually is out of y'all know Vanna White, right? Well, here's my letter to turn. Vanna's Afghan and Crochet Favorites. It's one of those thingies out of there. And I did a tutorial on the 3 dishcloths that are pictured here. And they're each have a different pattern. So I just need to finish those real quick. But I always get distracted. And there is also another Vanna White project. Yes, right here. Another project that came from this binder is a shell rug. And with this one, I have some old rug yarn. It actually is called rug yarn. And and with this pattern, you have to use 3 strands together and a size in hook, size in 10 millimeter. And I'll tell you what, that is a huge hook. That is a big hook. Hi, Nana. But see, I figure get some projects done, then I will get stuff off this floor, and then I can get this room cleaned up better if I get everything made. Now this is kind of another 2-in-1 because I started off with this hat. So the hat part is done, but my daughter also wanted the matching. This is out of, I was showing her this book, and she wanted, I gotta find it, give me a minute here. My pages don't stick together. There it is. Crochet vest and cloche. So I got the hat part. It's So now I just have to make the vest. And this book was printed in 1970. And this I had made for the Decade Divas. I had made one of the squares that is pictured on here for a bedspread. And I used a steel 00 hook to make this with 4-ounce yarn. And I used some old yarn called Sayel yarn. Whereas with this is it's not quite crochet thread, but it's pretty close to it because it's like a size 2 yarn, 3 yarn, something like that. When I was using to make this and to make the vest. So I'm in the middle of making the vest. So only about this far into it. I keep putting it down and I need to pick that back up because Christmas is around the corner. If so, I keep getting distracted with other things, plus having to make stuff for the channel and doing other tutorials in life because I'm always having to work because I work full time. It's just busyness, just plain old busyness. Like this little pouch should have been done this little purse should have been done a long time ago. I'm still only on I just made the 3rd out of 5 squares. Like here's the 3rd one. I had the first one, the second one, and now the 3rd one. I got 3 out of the 5. That's sad. But I keep putting that one down too. Just because I forget about it. I just have too many things going on at one time. And also decided to use my Sayel yarn, try to use it up to make a granny virus. And in this book I did take a bunch of notes on a video. And I've gotten about this much done on it. And I'm trying to use up my Sayel yarn. So whenever yarn gets done, then I go to the next color. So it's definitely going to be interesting. So it's not quite done, but it's getting there. Well, this one I started earlier this year, and I don't think it's going to get done this year. So I'm probably going to start working on this again next year because I really want to finish this. I got some of the squares made for it, but okay, let me see if I can find the page for it. Hopefully, page 56. Oh, here we go. The Square Deal Shrug. Here's the front, and then I know it has a back to it. Yes, and there's the back. There's the back of it. And then what I'm going to do is to make it a shrug, I'm just going to continue like if the probably goes about here when it's done, but I'm going to be adding to the bottom of it to make it more like a sweater, and then just like a little shrug jacket, when we get full sized. So that's that. Oop, I forgot to put this. No! I lost my pencil. My pencil went flying. Okay. I will have to go looking for my pencil later. This needs to go with this. Okay. Um, Also, I'm gonna sit down for a minute because that was a lot. um, Also, um, if you have watched my devotions, you have seen that I have this perpetual calendar. I got this from Michael's, and every day it has a different stitch. And so, starting in January, we're gonna be um, working on the. I'm gonna be doing little tutorials on everything in here. And I was looking ahead to January, and okay, my fingers don't want to work. In January, it just says simple stitches, so it gives starts off with making everything simple, which is good. And of course, everything continues on from there. Like today, well, actually last month they did motifs, and then in December they have like edgings, which I think is cool, like edgings and borders, that kind of thing. Um, but today was for October the 12th. Okay, I apologize. It's somebody else's car roaring down the street. For October the 12th, multiple of 7 stitches plus 5. And I think it has kind of a cable, almost a cabling effect on there. We're gonna be doing. I'm gonna do some more of the card Belisara. Bella Coco. Actually, Belisara did used to have some cards. They were horse cards, but that's a whole different thing. Bella Coco is about crochet. And I'm way behind on these Granny Square deck cards, which last week on somebody else's channel, I can't remember who now, and that's terrible, because it was on their live, because they told that person on their live, because somebody in the chat had told that person on their live, that this fall, in fact it's next month I believe, in November, like early November, there is now going to be a third Granny Square box. And this one, I guess, is going to be about stitches. So that's got to be pretty cool. And I'll have and from what it looked when she was looking at when that person was looking at things online, it's going to have all the same things in there. Like the instruction booklet. And all the sizing and how to crochet and all the instructional things. They'll still have all the instructional things in there. And of course, all the cards. One side has the picture and the other side has like a graph. If you like graphs better than verbiage, those are great for you. Sometimes I can look at those and be able to tell, but me, I prefer instructions. Although some of these cards, for some of them, they will come with special instructions on the Granny Square cards for some of them. So, because sometimes they can be a little confusing on how to do it. So they do give you on some of them how to do it, which is awesome. Oh, another neat thing about these Bella Coco crochet card decks is sometimes when you're trying to learn a stitch, you're almost learning a stitch within the stitch. Because they do sometimes they give you special instructions on how to do some of the stitches when you're trying to learn how to do the stitch. So it's like a stitch within a stitch sometimes. That's how I call it. That's how I name it. Devotions every day. Every day we do devotions. And if you don't want to watch them, that's fine. And if you want to, that's fine too. I would love it if you would come and watch my devotions here every morning. And we read three of them. We have 365 days of kindness. You should be kind 365 days of the year. And since I am a grandmother, I'm a step grandmother, daily guidepost for grandmothers. There are some really neat stories in here. Some really, really neat stories in here. The Illustrated Words of Jesus for Women, a daily devotional. And if you're one of those like me who still likes to color, you can color in it. Or if you want, you can put in stickers. Or do like I do and add notes, add my own notes to them. So I do that a lot. And of course, as I'm reading, I always got to add in my 2 cents as I'm reading them. And what's so really cool, and I like to call it like a God wink, because sometimes, two of them might go together, and sometimes once in a great while, all three just happen to all go together really well. They all seem to be coincide with each other. That is the most awesome thing, is when at least two of them do it, or even if all three of them coincide with each other. It just happens to work out like that. That is too cool. And then, of course, when I get done reading my devotionals, I always end with our prayer square. That's another thing I have going on. I've tried this many times too. This bag, and then the bag with the yarn in it. I'm going to be making some prayer squares, and I bought 3x5 cards and a punch holder, and I want to make a bunch of these and put little prayers on them and put them out in the world for people to have and enjoy. Because sometimes you read it, and I found this pattern on Pinterest, and I've also found other similar patterns on Pinterest, and sometimes I found ones that were just the cross. So that's there's just more things that I am doing. My room is a mess. My craft room is a mess. But if I get all my projects done, then I'm so sorry about all the shaking. Get all my projects done, then my room won't be quite so messy. There are some other things too. I have some little corner shelves. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them or how I'm going to put them up yet. I'm still figuring that one out, because I would like to put them up so that way I can put some smaller things on the shelves, or if they're like purses or bags or something I can hang up, like a pot holder, then I can hang them up, because they have little places where you can hang up things. That would be helpful to make this room look a little more presentable. That's on my to-do list. That's like a next year thing, I think. Right now, I'm just trying to get through life till the end of this year. You just gotta give everything up to God. I mean, you gotta do the work too. Sometimes you just gotta give all the frustrations to Him to help you through it. Otherwise, you will just lose your mind. Back to Decade Divas. Please go watch all the videos for Decade Divas. This year we have Teresa from Critters Crochet, and Shannon from the Spoonie Stitcher, and they did the 70s. It was all about the 70s this year. And go to their channels. They have the playlist, especially Shannon. She has the playlist for everybody. Go watch all of their videos. Go like, comment, share, subscribe on everybody in Decade Divas, including Shannon and Teresa. Teresa at Critters Crochet. She recently we had a Pink Palooza party, and because she got up to 2,000 subscribers, um, which was exciting, and we were all really happy for, really excited for. Um, as of this morning, I'm at 512 subscribers, so now I'm gonna make it to my next deal is 1,000. I do need more watch hours. I could use way more watch hours. So like, comment, share, subscribe, all those kind of goodies. Um, I tell you, when you work full time and you're taking care, and you have a family member that you take care of, and you're a taxi driver for a couple of family members, there's only so many hours in a day. There are just only so many hours in a day. And sometimes you just run out of time to do things and to get things done. And when you're a slow crocheter, it's even slower. So for those of you who have patience, I thank you so very much. I know I keep saying I'm going to do this, and I haven't, and I haven't, and I haven't. So I apologize, but at the same time, you have to give me some grace. I'm not a retiree. I don't have somebody else working so that I can stay home. I have to work full time. Like I said, there's only so many hours in a day. And I only get one day off, and I have to work every other weekend. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but I guess I just feel like I have to, so you guys can get the bigger picture. I know everybody has every different kind of life, but I don't know. I just feel like some people are kind of judging me, I guess. It seems like some channels tend to, they're not saying me by name, but I just feel like they're kind of picking on me. I don't know. I hope that they're not, but sometimes I feel picked on. Oh, if you don't see me, for those of you who have lives, if you don't see me, it's because I'm either working, or lately I have decided to listen to music while I crochet and leave the TV off. I love watching lives, and I love making comments in lives, but the only thing is you can't comment and crochet at the same time. You only got one set of hands. And I tend to put my 2 cents in every time I'm listening to a live, because I got to put my 2 cents in just like everybody else. And so that distracts me from crocheting. So I decided, every once in a while I'm going to watch their lives just so they know I'm still alive and I'm still out there. But I want to listen to music while I crochet so I can actually get some crocheting done. It's the only way I can get things done. It seems like if I just listen to music instead of watching TV. I love to watch TV, don't get me wrong, but it's also a big distraction for me. So since TV tends to be a distraction for me right now, I'm just going to listen to music while I crochet. But I will once in a while still come on, watch the live, put in my 2 cents and say, hey, look, I'm still alive. I'm still here. I still support your channel. Still like to watch your channel, but it's just that I just need to listen to music while I crochet. It's so much easier for me. And I don't know. I was going to say something else and I forgot. My mind went totally blank. It's because there's already too much information that I just kind of spelled out to y'all. That it's just my mind was like, okay, I'm done. The weekend, I tell you, when you work full time, your weekends off go by like that, and your one day off week goes by like wait like that, and it's like you just wish you could just slow down time, especially when you watch your kids grow up. I mean, they used to be, babies, and then they were toddlers, and then they were little kids, then they were teenagers, and then they're adults living their own lives, and it's like, slow down. Time just needs to slow down. We need to put a break on that. um, I don't know, but I hope you all enjoyed my yarn haul because there was a lot, and I hope you liked that blanket. That blanket was heavy. I did not make it. It was knitted, not crocheted. It was definitely knitted. It is big and heavy, um, but it is so cool. It has a chevron look to it. Um, I need you all to like, comment, share, subscribe. Um, one of the yarns I showed you at the beginning of the yarn haul, I'm definitely going to have to go. It'll be another whip, but I will figure out. It might not be till next year though, because like I said, I want to get everything off this floor. I'm going to get all these projects done. Um, I did give my youngest daughter. She likes Pooh Bears, so I had a Winnie the Pooh crochet kit, and I gave it to her. That's one less kit from my room. um, I don't know. My mind is going blank because I'm tired. Been Had a nice afternoon with family today. We had lunch, and one of my daughters brought over homemade bread and homemade pumpkin coffee cake. And she made a homemade drizzle icing for it. It was so good. These are little like these are both like pumpkin pie and coffee cake in one, which is what it was because you used pumpkin puree for it, and it was really good. She loves my youngest daughter. She loves to cook. She loves to cook on the stove, and she loves to bake in the oven. She really loves doing that. She says it's a lot easier and a lot better. Hooking Good Creations. Hello. How you doing? Um, I've been on here for almost an hour, so you'll have to go back and watch the replay to watch. I had a yarn haul. You'll have to go see that because there was a lot of yarn, a lot of yarn, and a blanket that was gifted to me. It was all the yarn and the blanket was gifted to me, and there was a lot. It was a big old trash bag full. Um, and I've showed some things some whips that I am working on, that I'm currently working on. Um, yes, please go back and watch the replay. I hope all of you had a super Saturday and a blessed Sunday and altogether wonderful weekend. I hope you guys had wonderful weather. I know lately, here where I live in the Hoosier State, it's last couple of weeks, it was like summer got, like every day, it was like fall, summer, fall. Like you wake up and it's cool in the afternoon, it's like 80 degrees, and then in the evening it goes back into like 70s and 60s and 50s, so you never know. And lately it's been like the warmer has been in the 70s, and I think that's why a lot of my pain in my in here and occasionally in my shoulder, um, because we've had this cool, warm rodeo of temperatures, and my body's like, I am not happy with that. um, I'm going to let y'all go. You guys have a very wonderful day and a very wonderful evening. And you guys have a good day. Love y'all. Bye.